Hi. Many of you have watched my series of my journal with ovarian cancer, and I haven't posted for, I think, almost 2 months. So it's time for me to post again, and I thought what I would do is make my salad for dinner while I talk with you about how I'm doing. So all my veggies have been washed, and I have a little bit of lettuce in the bowl, and then I'm just adding good stuff because the salad needs more than lettuce. So while I'm doing this, I'll just kind of talk with you. And I got the idea of doing this salad. I mean, I have salads, but there is a TikToker named Fadon, and I think she lives in Australia, and she makes a salad 2 or 3 days a week at her desk during her lunch hour. She has an hour for lunch. She's an attorney and she owns the firm, so she takes an hour for lunch, and 2 or 3 days a week she makes a salad for her lunch. And there's something that's just kind of relaxing about watching her make a salad. And I think 3 cucumbers might have been a little too many for here, but that's all right. We'll eat them. I love cucumbers. So the last time I posted, I was still not feeling my best, but was slowly recovering from my chemotherapy. So I love cauliflower in my salad, and just, mostly I just break them off. Probably don't need to cut too much. Sometimes I just cut the stem off because I don't really want to eat that. Actually, put that in my garbage bowl over here. But I love a good crunch in my salad, and along with the cucumbers, the cauliflower just adds a wonderful crunch. And the more veggies I can get in the salad, the healthier it is, right? Okay, so anyway, my hair started growing back. I was bald for 6 months. It has come in curly. I'm thrilled. I always have wanted curly hair, and now I have it. I'm hoping it will stay. It's hard to know if it's going to, but I'm sure hoping that it will. My tomato is a little bruised. I meant to use it last week, and that didn't happen. So I'm going to kind of cut around some of the parts. I don't need to get rid of all of it. So I have felt, it's hard sometimes to identify exactly what's causing the sick feeling that you have following chemotherapy. And then I'm on what they call a PARP inhibitor, and it has been proven to be helpful in preventing certain mutations of cancer that cause ovarian cancer from multiplying at the cellular level. That actually goes into the DNA and prevents cancer cells from growing. Now, 2 of the cancer cells, no, not cancer cells. I had mutations of 2 genes. They were not genetic mutations. I did have gene testing done. They were just 2 different genes that mutated and caused my ovarian cancer. And this PARP inhibitor that I'm on has been effective in research studies to reduce the number of recurrences within 3 years. And the second thing that it's done is it shows good promise for the other gene that mutated. Sorry, I'm thinking of, I'm putting some I had a bag of these pea pods, and unfortunately, I didn't use them in time, and so some of them are bad. So I'm kind of looking at them as I go and taking the strings off of them. I only did a few. Anyway, there are definite side effects to this PARP inhibitor that I'm on. It's called Zejula, and I need to be on it for 2 years. I started out at 300 milligrams, and that was too strong for me, and my I had a lot of trouble with it. I didn't feel good, and my, what was it that went down? My clotting factor got really, really low. So they had to take me off for a month, and then they started me at 200 milligrams. And although I do have a little bit of side effects from it, I don't have anything major going on, which is like totally awesome for me. And the side effects that I have, there are things I can do that reduce the impact of those. Whoops, I'd wear this now instead of putting it on my salad. There are things that we can do that will reduce the impact or lower the impact of them. So for example, constipation is one thing that's a problem. And I can take a stool softener for that, and I do. And you always think you don't need an apron, even when you're making a salad, but clearly you do, or I do. Let's see, what else? And nausea. So it was hard for me to tell if it was really nausea I was feeling. I just didn't feel good. Now, I know what nausea is, and we've all had it when we've had the flu. But this was a different type of nausea. I just didn't feel good. I did, unfortunately, have once or twice every week, I was losing my dinner, or sometimes when I first got up, before I would even eat or drink anything, I would be vomiting. So I started taking a drug called olanzapine, and I'd kind of forgotten what that drug could do because I took it during my chemotherapy. I took it at night and in the morning, and it truly, truly helps. I needed a bigger bowl for all this salad. I don't think I'm going to be able to eat all this, but we'll put what I want in a different bowl. What the olanzapine does, it's kind of multiple effects. It's originally, and in fact in high doses, it's given to people that are schizophrenic. For me, what we did is I took a really low dose, and you take it at night, and it prevents you from feeling as nauseous. And then you take it again in the morning. Now, another benefit of this drug is that when you are asleep and you wake up to go to the bathroom, or for whatever reason you wake up, I was having a lot of difficulty falling back asleep. Now, that can happen to all of us, but mine was doing it regularly, and I wasn't getting enough sleep. And when you don't get enough sleep and you feel nauseous, it wasn't a good fit. So my husband and I actually discussed, we need to have a discussion with my oncologist and talk with him about longevity versus quality of life, because I was just not feeling good, and I didn't want to feel this way for 2 years. Now, I've been on this drug for 4 months, so you know, I mean, I have not quite a year and a half to go. I'm putting on here little sesame pieces. We buy these in bulk at the store. They are so good, and they just add a wonderful flavor to the salad. Anyway, and the other thing that I'm putting on right now is this salad toppers. Comes with, this one looks like it has, oh man, I guess I should read the label and see what all's in it. It's got a lot of stuff. Dried cranberries, dried figs, pumpkin seeds, almonds, dried cherries, and walnuts. And almonds, goodness. And I love the flavor. Again, just taking your salad up a notch. You know, if you don't enjoy your salad, you're not going to eat it or not have a salad as often. And salads can be really, really good. Now, I don't really have, well, there's a few nuts. Otherwise, there's really not protein in this salad. I'm okay with that for tonight. I do need protein, especially because my body is still recovering from chemotherapy, and those drugs that they give you for ovarian cancer are in high doses, and they are extremely toxic. So although I look healthy and I feel really good right now, you know, my body took a hammering, and it also took a hammering on the inside, even though you can't see it. But about 3 weeks ago, right, several days after my husband and I had the discussion that we needed to talk with the oncologist about quality of life versus quantity, because I didn't want to feel this way for another year and a half. Probably 4 days afterwards, I had started taking the olanzapine again, thinking maybe that's nausea that I'm feeling when I don't feel good. And within 4 days, I feel like a new person. I'm not kidding. I feel good. And in 2 days, it'll be 3 weeks where I have felt good. I am cooking. I am cleaning, picking up. I'm doing stuff. I've wrapped all of the Christmas gifts, and we have a lot of gifts under the tree. I help put up the tree. I mean, I still have to rest because my energy level wanes. Often by afternoon, I'm needing to sit for a while. So I watch a movie or something, or read, or play on my phone and watch TikTok or whatever. But that did it. It has been a year and a week since I had my surgery, and it was a big surgery. But I am recovered from the surgery, and I am feeling good. My cancer is gone. It will likely return. For many, well, about 45% of the women, it will return within 3 years. For some women, it returns within a year. For some women, it returns in 2 years. For some women, it returns in 3 years. For some women, it returns at 5 or 8 or 12 or 20 years. And in about 10% of the women with ovarian cancer, it never comes back. I've said this before in my videos, and my son reminds me this all the time. Mom, he says, consider it cured until you're told otherwise. And that's what I'm doing. I am just believing that I am okay, and I'm going to be okay. And I feel good, and I'm so grateful for that. I want to thank everyone that has thought of me, that has prayed for me, that has done helpful things for me as I went through this tough year. Okay, here's my salad. I can show it to you there. Whoops. I'm not very good at this thing. Let's see. There. There's my salad. It's heaping. I have some ranch dressing I'm going to put on because I like ranch dressing. And I used to always eat that diet dressing, and I don't like the flavor of it. And so I often wouldn't eat a salad because I just don't like that dressing, those dressings that are diet. So we buy the regular dressing. I don't use as much of it, but I find that I want a salad much more often. And that's healthy. So as long as you don't use too much of the dressing, I figure it's okay. Anyway, until next time, thanks for joining me. Bye.